Alright guys, so I wanted to come on here today to talk about my autoimmune disease, or how it's best known, Hashimoto's. Disclaimer, I may not be saying it right because I am a little foreign, but from how I've heard it's been Hashimoto's. The spelling will be on here too, so yeah. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about my experience with Hashimoto's and how I came to finding out that I had it. So I'm just gonna jump straight in. Hashimoto's is pretty, and I'm looking down because I have my notes here. I know this from the top of my head, but it's kind of different when you're making a video about it than when you're just having like a one-on-one conversation. So Hashimoto's is basically when your immune attacks your thyroid. And sorry, I have my computer up. So it's when your immune attacks your thyroid. Your thyroid is this butterfly gland that's actually like right here somewhere, right there. It looks like a butterfly, so a lot of people call it the butterfly gland or the butterfly disease or whatever, because it looks like a butterfly. And pretty much what it does, it causes your hormones to go crazy. And some of the things that I personally experienced was a lack of period, extreme fatigue, hair loss, fast heart rate, and so on Google it says sensitivity to cold. I had the opposite with sensitivity to heat, but I do notice sometimes that I do have sensitivity to cold, but the heat for me was where it got me more. I would be like really hot. Anyways, there's a list of symptoms. Hair loss, I mean brittle nails, I had that too at some point. But I'm just gonna start off. When I found out I had Hashimoto's, it was around 2017, when I started dating my now husband. He was my boyfriend. We decided to go camping, and it was like my second time camping, and I remember I fell asleep the whole entire trip, which is normal, right? Because you're going camping, but and I've always had like fatigue and stuff like that, so my boyfriend just thought I was really tired. And I had been going through some stuff with my family, with one of my cousins. She had lymphoma. So anyways, we went camping, and I was tired the whole entire weekend, and I fell asleep the whole time. And then I noticed that this right here got really swollen, and I mentioned it to him, and I was like, you know, once the weekend's over, I'm gonna go to the doctors because it's like really abnormal, like that, you know. My neck was really swollen, and at the time I wasn't as chubby as I am now, and I noticed that I had gained 10 pounds within, I don't have here or something, but anyways, I had like gained like 10 pounds within like, I don't know, maybe like a week, and I thought that was very weird. So fast forward to that Monday. So like, let's say that Saturday I made the appointment. That Monday I got into my doctor's, and I told him like everything that I had been experiencing. And I was like, you know, I've been really tired, and it's like not normal tired. Like it's like I could sleep all day long and night. And then he had asked me if I've ever noticed like my finger, like the tip of my fingers turn blue when I'm cold. And I was like, yeah, sometimes that happens. And apparently it's called like rain something syndrome. I don't know the exact name. I'll probably like put it on here somewhere. And he was like, you know, we just did your physical like a month ago, and your thyroid was normal, but he was like, I'm pretty sure something's wrong with your thyroid. He's like, so I'm gonna do this test that normally the endocrinologist does it, but because your thyroid came back normal and I'm suspecting something, I'm gonna go ahead, take that test, and if it comes back normal, then I'll send you to endocrinology, and if that test comes back fine, then we'll go from there. So fine, I got the test done, and I remember he called me and told me to come into the office ASAP. I was so scared. I was like, oh my god, what's happening? So I went in. So he called me in and he was like, your labs came really abnormal. You have this thing called Hashimoto's. And he gave me this packet and was like, this is the foods that you have to avoid. Well, he didn't tell me I had Hashimoto's, but he kind of was like, you have something going on with your thyroid and you need to go to endocrinology ASAP. I'm going to get you linked to the endocrinologist. Now that I'm thinking about it, I remember how. So he gave me a packet of foods to avoid and things like that. And he was like, it could explain why you always had a fast heart rate when you come here. And I was like, okay. So then he linked me to the endocrinologist. Her name was like Wing, whatever her name was, Nina Wing. She was very mean and rude. Okay, sorry, I was looking at there. She was really mean and rude. So I got an appointment and I went in with my boyfriend. He came with me because I was like really scared. And I remember when she was like, everything's fine, your labs are normal, why are you here? Like, she was like straight up like, why are you here? And I was like, my doctor sent me here. Like, he told me my labs weren't fine. He told me something about my teeth, whatever, wasn't normal. She was like, I really highly doubt that you have anything. What are your symptoms? And I was like, you know, I went down the list of everything. And she was like, honestly, I recommend you to get on Weight Watchers and just lose weight. It's probably just your weight. And I was just like, okay. And I remember right before she walked out of the room, I don't know if she shook my hand. I think she shook my hand. And she noticed that my hand, like, I don't know if it still does it, but like kind of shakes a little bit. And she was just like, does your hand always shake? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, okay, I'm gonna draw some blabs. And I was like, okay. So anyways, they did the blood work and then she called me and she was like, hey, once I got the results, she called me. She's like, hey, you know, you have Hashimoto's. I'm gonna put you on levothyroxine, which is medication for when you have thyroid problems. 50 milligrams. We're gonna start off with that. That's supposed to help you feel better and get your thyroid under control. And yeah, that's how I found out that I had Hashimoto's. So like I always call it, I call it my good days and my bad days. With Hashimoto's, you can have a good day and you can have a bad day, honestly. And I always tell my husband this, like, on a good day, I wake up and I feel great, I feel refreshed, I can do things. And on a bad day, I feel really, really fatigued. When it comes to the depression part, I feel like I myself have had depression. Like, I don't link it really to my Hashimoto's. I know that sometimes I can randomly get depressed for no reason, but I try to just like push forward with that. I know another symptom is anxiety, but I've never linked my anxiety to Hashimoto's because I just don't feel like it's connected. I feel like my anxiety has its reasons why. I don't really feel like it's because of the Hashimoto's, but who knows, right? I mean, it is a symptom. It probably doesn't make it any better. But so one thing that I can say from all of this is like, make sure like that you guys have like a good doctor, because I feel like if it wouldn't have been for my BCP at the time, Dr. Roscoe Adams, love you, he's not my doctor anymore, because he decided to go to urgent care or whatever. But anyways, if it wouldn't have been for him, I would have been disregarded, because I've had my thyroid checked every single year. Like, and even with the symptoms that I had, like one of the first symptoms before the fatigue and everything was my TMI. My period stopped coming for 6 months. And I remember I went to GYN and she was just like, we can put you on birth control to probably get it going. But no one wanted to get to the root of the problem. But once I started going to Dr. Roscoe, he decided to do the test, and I'm like so grateful for that. Another thing is, like, I noticed that some people don't talk about, and one thing that they had told me when I was first diagnosed with Hashimoto's was that it can cause infertility. And that really scared me, because I was just like, how long have I had this for, and now am I going to be infertile? Not many people know this, but my first pregnancy was a miscarriage. And I remember I got so depressed and I cried, and I kept telling my husband, like, I'm like, maybe it's because I didn't know I had Hashimoto's and now I'm not gonna be able to have kids. And I kept beating myself up for it. I think that my endocrinologist is crazy, because that's definitely not the case. Like, now I have my baby girl, but you know, I do think that sometimes, like, people say things that it's just like not right. So just wanted to shine light on that you know, if a woman out there has Hashimoto's or thyroid problems, like, don't beat yourself up because of it's not your fault, you know. That your body decided to attack itself. Essentially, that's what it is. Your body thinks it's a foreign object or whatever, and it's attacking itself. So when I found out about maca, which I know some people have like asked me about it on my Snapchat stories and stuff like that. Basically it's this Peruvian root maca root thing, and it's like organic. I buy it off Amazon. I used to buy it at this like botanical store before, but it's honestly cheaper on Amazon. It's $7.99 and it's the same exact thing. And pretty much and I usually add it to my smoothies, and that also helps when it comes to energy for me personally. I know I was doing a Hashimoto's, is that like a normal person might do, this is from me personally, and this is from other people that I've heard talk about it, about their experiences. Like, for a normal person, they might do laundry and they may get really tired, and then they lay down and then they feel better. But someone like me that has Hashimoto's, it takes me 2 days to recover from physical activity. So if you do know someone that has Hashimoto's, try to be understanding. Also, just know that it's not that they're lazy or that they don't want to do these things. It's just that they physically feel like they can't, and they need to lay down and rest because their body's just saying, I can't. So I just wanted to shine light on it, on the people that I knew, and hopefully this video can help somebody. This is just me and my story time. Like, I'm just gonna talk about my life, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions about Hashimoto's, I am not a doctor, but I am more than willing to answer any questions that you guys may have. Or if you guys have, like yourselves, have autoimmune disease, like, I would love to hear more from you guys and how you guys deal with it. So have a good night. I'm gonna end the video here. Bye bye.